For this lesson, I'm using the 0301 Create a New Sequence Premiere Pro project file. You can find that with the media associated with this lesson. Just double-click on the Premiere Pro project file itself to open it in Premiere Pro. When you add clips to a sequence, their frame size and frame rate are automatically adjusted to match the sequence so everything will play smoothly. You'll want sequence settings to match your clips to minimize conversion and maximize playback quality. Let's take a look at those settings. I'm going to create a new sequence in this project by clicking at the bottom of the project panel on this new item menu. I'm going to go into the list and choose Sequence, and this brings up the New Sequence dialog. The settings for sequences in Premiere Pro are based on camera formats rather than output formats. I'm going to expand the digital SLR category, and I'm going to expand 1080p, which is one of the settings that you can get in a DSLR camera, and I'm going to choose this one, DSLR 1080p 30. Choose a preset that matches your original camera material and click OK. I'm going to click on the name of the sequence that's just been created, and let's give this a name. I'll call this Travelogue. Just as a little footnote to this, you'll notice in the project panel that if you have text selected and you press the carriage return key, which is the enter key to the right of the letters on your keyboard, Premiere Pro tends to jump down the list selecting the next option. But if you have the characters selected, as I do now, and you press the enter key on a numerical keypad, that's over on the far end of a keyboard with the full numerical keys, then it'll just apply that text. Now, creating a sequence using a sequence preset gives you the most control, but it does mean you need to know the settings. And look what happens when I take one of these clips and drag it into the sequence I've just created. I get a clip mismatch warning. This clip does not match the sequence's settings. Do you want to change the sequence to match the clip's settings? This means you can get the settings wrong safely because Premiere Pro is going to give you this option to automatically change those settings when you add a clip. So let's do that. Let's change sequence settings. That clip is now in the timeline ready for us to work on, but it's pretty short, and that's because we're zoomed out quite a long way in the timeline panel. To see this more clearly, I'm going to zoom in, and the easy way to do that is to take the ends of the navigator and move them. So I'm going to click on the end here and drag in to shorten the navigator, and as I do, you can see that we're zooming in and in and into the timeline, and now we can see that clip a little more clearly. I'm also going to click between these two track headers, between video 1 and video 2, the first and the second video tracks, and I'm going to drag up so I can see the thumbnail as well. Now that you've seen Premiere Pro automatically update the settings for a sequence based on a clip, you can easily make use of an even better shortcut. I'm going to take one of these other clips, and again, I'm just single clicking here, I'm not double clicking, because if I double click, it opens in the source monitor. So back in the project panel, I'm going to drag this clip icon onto that same button menu, the new item menu. You see the little plus symbol there means I'm going to create a new sequence. I'm going to release the mouse, and now I have a sequence that is automatically based on that clip. I don't need to know anything about the settings. I don't really need to know much about the clip at all. The sequence has been created with just the right settings to match it. And you can see the name of the sequence matches the clip too, People Shelter from the Rain, but you can see the icon is different. That icon is for a sequence. So let's call this the rain sequence, just so it's easy to spot. And I'm pressing that enter key at the end of my keyboard. Not only can you drag one clip onto the new item menu, you can actually drag multiple clips. I'm going to select the first item on the list here. And let's say I know that these are the shots I want. I'm going to hold the shift key down, and I'm going to click on the last clip on the list, and I'm going to drag all 4 of these onto the new item menu. And now you can see right away, I'll just resize the track header here. There are the 4 clips. And you can see once again, the new sequence has taken the name from the first clip. I'll just call this More Rain, just so we can see it in the panel. So that's how you create a new sequence in Adobe Premiere Pro, ready to add some clips.